All right, so taking the pledge. So by wearing the purple bracelet, participants pledge to make others aware of the dangers of fentanyl. And the pledge is three parts. One, to always remember the pain of a life lost to drugs. Two, to confront a friend who needs help. And three, to save a life. One pill can kill, so know how to help. So always remember the pain of a life lost to drugs. On the right, you can see a chart, and the fentanyl death rate has been increasing more and more every year. So that's a trend that's got to stop. Over 112,000 people have died in fentanyl and opioid related overdoses in 2023. And there's one death every 4 1/3 minutes. Sadly, a lot of us know someone who's died from fentanyl. So remember those who have died and help put an end to this epidemic.
Um, you got to confront a friend who needs help. Some signs that your friend may have a drug problem. If you see them taking pills or using drugs, their appearance just isn't the same. If they're more dependent on drugs and they have higher tolerance levels and they seem like to get withdrawals or be aggravated when they don't have them. When their poor judgment becomes poor and they start taking more risks. When their responsibilities fall to the wayside, their temporary escape has evolved to a permanent problem, and they have strained relationships. Okay. How to talk to someone who you might think have a drug problem. Make sure it's the right place, right time, um, and show concern and be passionate with them. Listen and have a two-way conversation, and don't stigmatize. Just try to avoid judging them and be on their level. Respect where they are in their journey. Make a list of things good in their life. Be patient and let them know you are there for them when they need you, and encourage them to seek help. And if you're worried about them, talk to your friends and their family.
And then the last part, save a life. Again, one pill can kill, so we need to know how to help. If you've tried to get a friend to stop taking drugs or try to help them out, and they just won't, there's always the possibility of an overdose. So some of those signs where you can tell are, first, pinpoint pupils. Just if you look at them, you're talking to them, and their pupils are just almost gone, it's not a good sign. If they're falling asleep or losing consciousness, slow, weak, or not breathing, if they're choking or gurgling, a limp body, just if they're cold or clammy, and then if their lips or nails are discolored, that's not a good sign. And it's especially just in general, it's really important if you see somebody at a party or something like that and they're just passed out, that's usually not a good sign. Even if sometimes it might just be alcohol, but even then people can die from alcohol too. So just be responsible. If you see a guy that is obviously there's something wrong with him, be there, check on him, and that can make a big difference. If you do suspect a fentanyl overdose, call 911 first so they can go ahead and get on the way. If you know CPR, to start CPR, if you find someone who does know, and then administer Narcan. I know this week, it's pretty timely, the university has gone out and put Narcan cabinets in almost every fraternity house. So it's pretty simple. Like she said, it's a nose spray, you give it to them, and it's one dose. And if that doesn't work, you do CPR and you can give them another one. And it cannot hurt them. It will only help. And then just, if you can, try to keep them awake and breathing. Turn the person on their side, because if they do throw up, and sometimes Narcan can make you throw up, you don't want them to throw up on themselves and choke on it. And then just stay with them until the paramedics arrive. Don't just kind of try to help them out and then leave, or freak out and try to go find help. Just be quick, have somebody with them that can watch over them. And finally, we want to ask everybody to take the pledge. If you could take your phone out and scan this QR code, Uh, First, as Brian said, it's always remember the pain of a life lost to drugs. Just always keep in your mind, uh, for one, the story about Jack, as well as anyone else you might know or stories you've heard, just to know how serious this really is. Confront a friend who needs help. If you know somebody, I'm sure a lot of us do, that needs help or is, kind of going off the deep end, just don't be scared to confront them. Obviously, pick a good time, but just you can only help. And then finally, save a life. One pill can kill. Know how to help. So just be aware. Kind of look at what's going on around you. Be responsible, and if you can, just be there to help anybody that's might be going through an overdose.